Welcome back to the exciting world of business. I hope you're all keeping up with the business news. There's a lot going on. It's amazing the number of people that are in the kinds of business that are hiring people right now. But anyway, we're going to talk about operations management, continue with that. And when we talk about operations management, we're talking about production and services. So production we're pretty familiar with, right? Making things, assembly lines, and cranking stuff out. When we talk about services, we have operations that we need to manage, like a police 911 center. Calls come in, they get dispatched. How do they close them? What happens? We have businesses that do taxes. That's a service. How does that get handled? So we're going to look at the operations management of a business. Now, in the abstract view, kind of, if you squint a little bit, operations management and actually the functions of a business are basically taking inputs, adding value, that's the transformation here, we add value, and create outputs. This, the adding of value, is what businesses get paid for. Let me give you a real quick, simple example. Let's suppose I'm making back-to-school kits. I can take pencils and pens and backpacks. I can buy those, put them together, that's my value added, and sell a back-to-school kit. Now, I'm not adding a lot of value. The customer could go buy those things individually. So I'm not going to get a lot of premium. I'm not going to get paid a lot more than if the customer just went out and bought them individually. It could be that I'm providing more convenience and things like that. So there may be some value added, and that's what the business gets paid for. Clearly, in a manufacturer where I'm making cars, there's a lot more value added, right? I'm taking raw steel and glass and stuff like that, and I'm making a car. And so you're going to pay more because the value added is greater. Operations management looks at production. How much am I going to make? When am I going to make it? Production control. I need to schedule my activities and make sure that I get the output that I need. And quality control. Is the quality of the product good? Did I do those tax forms correctly? Did I take all the deductions that were needed? If I processed insurance claims, am I making sure that I'm meeting customer requests on time and timely repayment, or actually accurate payments? Is the quality of my product good? So these are the kinds of things operations managers look at. Hey, wait a minute. What's going on? Hey, Moose, I see you in the back there. What have I said about no cell phones? Put it away now. But Moose, I will give you credit. That's a pretty nice flip phone you got there. All right, back. Facilities sites selection is an important part of production process planning. Where am I going to make my product? Well, a lot of these you want to be close to the customer. If I'm doing your taxes, I probably should be close to you. If I'm a painter, I'm going to be located next to the places I'm going to be painting, right? Maybe I need skilled labor. If I'm starting a pharmaceutical business, I might want to start in New Jersey. That's where all the pharmaceutical labor is, the talent. We have all the pharmaceutical industry. If I wanted to start a medical technology, I'd start it in Austin, Texas, or Madison, Wisconsin, where the universities are creating and doing medical research. I might need to do it near natural resources. If I'm making paper, I want to be near logs, large timber, and water. I'm not going to do it in Manhattan. I can't get timber in there, even though that's where they're using paper. All great cities in the world are built near transportation. Why? I got to move my goods. I got to move my cars places. If I make steel, I want to ship it places. Maybe I'm concerned about the quality of life. Maybe I want my business to be in a place where my employees have a good quality of life. Low cost. Boeing opened up a new factory in the South. Why? Because the costs are cheaper in the South, the labor costs are cheaper in the South than building things in the North. In addition, the government is more favorable in the South. The taxes are cheaper, the regulations are cheaper. So all of these factors go into where I'm going to set up my business. Now, where would you locate these things? Well, we just talked about these. Investment firm probably want to be in someplace like New York, where the money is. A software venture, Silicon Valley, where the software talent is potentially. Another thing that you do with operations management is now once you've got a factory or a business, you're going to try and determine how I'm laying it out. What I mean by that is, how do I produce things or how do I present them to the customer? A product layout you can think of as an assembly line, where I have an assembly line of a line dedicated to each different product that I make. So each one will have its own separate assembly line. Well, I can kind of say, well, that's not, oh, by the way, that's very efficient. I can make those products very efficiently. I can have robots designed to make those assembly lines, those products just for that product, and make it very efficiently. A process layout says, well, yeah, it might be a little wasteful. I can make lots of things on a particular product line. I can have a product line where I could make a number of different types of products. That way I get to reuse my product line. That might be efficient in terms of fewer resources. Fixed position. This is where I don't have an assembly line, but I put everything together in one spot. I bring all the materials I need from different places, and I create my product in one location, one fixed spot. Or I can have a customer-oriented layout. Here, I'm going to arrange my business according to the type of customers that may come in. Different customers will go to different areas. Now, can you think of examples for each of these? Can anyone give me an example of any of these? How about the product layout? Oh, who's making that noise? Is that Jocko? Are you in the back again?
Yeah, it's me. I know product layout. Car companies use product layouts. It's more efficient for GM and Ford to have different assembly lines for each car, like one for Corvette and a different one for Bolt.
Very good. Yes, it's a very good way to make products efficiently. Each product uses its own design, its own manufacturer. How about process layout? Anybody have an idea of a business that uses a process layout? You probably have all seen one.
I do.
All right, Jocko.
Well, I think Chipotle and Subway use process layouts because no matter what you order, they use the same assembly line.
Correct. Very good. We've all seen them. Right? There's not a separate line for meatball subs or a separate line for chicken teriyaki subs. The same assembly line is used to create different types of products. How about fixed position layout? Why am I not surprised, Jocko?
Well, my classmates, they're kind of quiet, but I know. I think for fixed position layout, it's like if you have like a house or a ship or like even custom jewelry, there are things that are made in a fixed position. Most custom things are made that way.
Very good. Yes, we bring the materials from different places and we put them and manufacture them in one spot. Now, customer-oriented layout, that's a little different. Any idea? And yes, Jocko?
Yeah, okay. Me again. Examples of customer-oriented layouts are hospitals and department stores. A hospital has a maternity ward, a pediatric ward, a cancer ward, stuff like that. And department stores, well, they have lots of different departments. They have a men's department, they have a baby department, and a women's department, and toys department, and tools. Yeah, that's customer-oriented layout.
Very good, Jocko. All right, I hope you've had a chance to come up with your own ideas, and I will be seeing you in future videos.